This video is about why I think my wife, Monica Jones, is the best mother. She seems to be an expert at our children's strengths and their personalities and their giftings. And the main reason why I think she's the best mom is because when I come home from work and all the kids run to me to say hello and I smell what's coming from the kitchen, I say, Jackson, what is mama cooking? And that's why I think my wife is the best mom.
What does she do?
Funny.
Is mommy funny?
Yeah.
Whenever Jessica, I believe, turned either 4, I think she was 4 or 5, but we decided to turn the dining room into an Italian restaurant, and we had made spaghetti and garlic bread, and her brother dressed up as a waiter, and he had like a hat on, and he did the little cloth over his arm and just all this. And so on the menu he had written down and decorated it really nicely what we had made. So when he set her down in candlelight in the dining room and presented her the menu and told her what it was on there, she kept trying to order something else. So he finally had to go out of character and let her know that was the only thing available. So that was really funny.
My mom is a very good mom. I appreciate her very much. You do a lot of things for me. I really do appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day.
When she buys us clothes and feeds us. Oh, do you think it's funny? She buys you shoes? Yeah. Doesn't she just? Yes.
I don't know if this is considered, but being able to raise them better than what I was raised.
My wife is a great mother because first, she loves Jesus, and that impacts everything she does and is towards Bryson. Secondly, she has taken what's been poured into her from family, spiritual leaders, past and present, and she is pouring that into Bryson. And thirdly, her joy and happiness is very, very prevalent in Bryson, and somehow it's made its way from her into him, and that's such a refreshing thing in this dark world that he has those characteristics of his mommy.
My greatest joy about being a mom, I would have to say watching 5 different individuals grow up and have their own personalities and attitudes and things like that.
I think that the most serious responsibility that I have as a mother right now is to continue to walk the walk, talk the talk, be the same person, believe in the same thing, teach in the same doctrine, live in the same life as I did when my child was first born.
Mommy better than Mo.
She is.
Well, she does a lot of funny things. She always falls off the couch, like out of the random.
Making sure that they are on the right path.
Seeing the world through a fresh, new, innocent set of eyes, and just watching his personality grow and become the person that God has created him to be.
kids come first. Making sure that they're taken care of is first before you're taken care of. They need us. They're innocent. They don't know how to do things for themselves. Without us, they wouldn't survive. So put them first and put yourself last.
I think is that like you no longer exist. So when people come around you, like it's almost like that you're not there, and it's all about the baby, and that also brings me joy, just to see how happy that he makes people and how he can make people smile.
Is pouring all that you have into this little tiny human being and then watching them soak it up like a sponge and then just watching them grow. I love that. My favorite age is ages 2 to 7, and just kids are just so cute at that age, and you can teach them anything, and just watching what they become and watching what they do with the information that you pour into them.
Pancakes.
Joy of being a mother, especially now that I am at this age, being an empty nester, is just simply enjoying the different ages and stages that your child goes through. And then finally they get to the adult stage and your relationship with them is totally completely changed. So I think just each one of the stages is the greatest joy of being a mother.
That's really stuck with me, and someone told me the days are long but the years are short, and I didn't understand it at the moment, but really when the days are long and hard and you don't know, you just want a new day to happen, but then you blink and they're 4, they're 5, you know, they're so much older. And so even in those hard days, you want to be there, be current, be in the moment with him, because you want to pour everything you can into those moments, because you really do blink and they're older.
I think it's when she tickles Kingston and like barks like a puppy when she tickles him. What do you think is funny? Hello. Do you think it's funny when she tickles? Tickle. Tell Sister Jessica. Tickle.
My mother was the best hostess. It didn't matter if it was family or friends or whoever. She would always make people feel at home and was always serving and always working hard to make everybody feel comfortable.
Look at that. Look. Because she teach the baby good things, and she care the house, and she cook for us. But the most important is because when we wake up, she teach the baby how to pray, and I feel this is the more important for us to teach him about God.
The greatest joy is watching them grow and develop and seeing all of the skills that they learn almost every day.
To pour into him all of the things that he needs for the rest of his life. So especially at an early age, being able to pour into him character traits that will carry him, pour into him a knowledge of the Word and a love of God that will just propel him into becoming the man of God that God wants him to be.
Because she helps me with my homework and she makes everything special and I love her.
It'd probably come from Sister Julie. Even when I wasn't in the church, she would always tell me to make sure that I raised them in a godly way. That's what I would say.
My mom was the most wonderful cook ever. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you up in heaven.
I feel like that the best advice that I was ever given was by our First Lady when she told me one day when my children were young, she said that to the degree that your children obey you is the degree that they will obey God. And I've never forgotten that.
Mommy better than wow.
Because she just made her.
My mom was the best mom ever. She lived for Jesus every day. It was not just on Sundays. She gave of herself very sacrificially for others. She was a very meek-spirited person, but very principled. She taught us that whatever you started, you were to finish. If it was the right thing to start, it was the right thing to finish. And my mom lived what she taught.
That she didn't abandon us like our dad.
Birdie!
The greatest joy about being a mom is I think the fact that I am able to be a mom. Isaiah, he's a miracle, and so to have him in my life, he has brought so much happiness and joy, and I'm thankful that I am blessed with him in my life.
Mom ever because she helps me with my homework and she makes everything special and I love her.
She always gives us lots of hugs and she smiles at us.
Okay. The laughter of my children. We really enjoyed family nights, and so we would read books, play games, those kind of things, do discovery, experiments, projects, and just hearing the laughter of my children whenever we would have those special times together.
My mom and I had a special thing that we would do. I don't think she ever did this with my sister, but with me, we would go to out-of-the-way restaurants, little cafes, delicatessens over in Hyde Park, and that kind of thing. She introduced me to pastrami, and pastrami has some magic in it, I tell you that. But that's a fond memory I have of me and my mom going to little restaurants and cafes and just spending some good quality time.
She helps me do my homework.
To raise the kids the right way and the way Jesus wants them raised.
It plays me.
She does.
This with me.
She plays with you too?
This is with me.
Yeah.
Ha! Ha! No!
I think that my most humorous moment as a mother was when my daughter was learning how to drive, and we were driving down the road. She was driving, I was in the front seat, and concentrating on her driving when all of a sudden she says, "Mom, will you please ask him to stop?" And so then I tuned into the fact that her father, whom we had picked up along the way, was sitting in the back seat, and he had his Bible open, reading his Bible, saying, "Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus."
Because she looks nice during church.
Hello, UPT family. I'm here to tell you that my mother is the best mom ever because she taught me how to make her homemade noodles. Beef and noodles, chicken and noodles, and she has the most adorable dimples and smile. It will melt your heart. And I love her to the moon and back.
She cooks for me.
To be that parent that walks the walk and talks the talk, as far as living your life and serving God, just to be that transparent parent that, not that you're perfect, because no one is perfect, but just to live life and do your very best. To train your children up in the way they should go. Give them the roots and the right things that will serve them well as an adult and be a productive child in society, or I guess adult in society, and then also know when to give them their wings and let them fly, and then you be there just to be their cheerleader and support them.
I would have to say the unexpected explosions with each one.
His Brysonisms, where he's trying to say a word that he's just learned and doesn't maybe know the pronunciation, like when he learned Acts chapter 2, verses 1 through 4, and instead of a rushing mighty wind, it was a mushing righty wind. So just funny things like that, all throughout his life has been a great joy.
Our home is always filled with lots of laughter, lots of jokes, lots of fun, lots of just funny stories. I'll share one. I was talking with my kids about having a collection, like a rock collection or a pen collection, and my daughter pipes up and says, "I already have a collection. I collect Barbies, but my brother cuts the heads off." And then her brother spoke up and said, "I have a collection too. I collect Barbie heads."
Tacos.
I can't really remember, but this one was recent. We were having a bad day, and we went into the store, and like all my kids have already fallen, and Sean stood up and ran right into a pole.
Is in these first formative years, I feel like it's so vitally important to make sure that I'm raising him in the fear of God, and that I'm putting as much as many things as I can into him, and into teaching him about God and to love the things of God.
I think that the most serious responsibility that I have as a mother right now is to continue to walk the walk, talk the talk, be the same person, believe in the same thing, teach in the same doctrine, live in the same life as I did when my child was first born.
I would have to say apologizing to our children.
My most serious responsibility as a mother at this point in life is to keep it 100. That's what they say today. Keep it 100%, and that's to continue to walk the walk, talk the talk, walk down the path that I showed them. This is the way you should go. That's my most important responsibility, to show my children who are now adults and have children of their own that you must follow after Christ. It's the most important thing.
And she always scares us and we jump crazy.
That would be raising wise adults, going beyond child years and making sure that who they are as an adult later.
Went outside before me.
Greatest thing that I have known as a mother is the fact that our prayers never die. And so I understand that you can begin to pray for your child while they're still a baby in your womb, and you can pray for their future. You can pray for their spouse, you can pray for their children, you can pray for their grandchildren. And because the fact that our prayers never die, we can touch the generations that are far beyond even our own child as we pray for our child and keep our child covered by the blood. So the fact that I could not only pray over my child from the moment that they were formed in the womb, and I can still be touching generations that I will never meet, I believe the fact that our prayers never die and keep praying is the greatest advice that any mother can have.
Because she loves us, she's a Christian. Why do you think Mama does that? She makes sure you look pretty. Tell Sister Jessica. Being goofy.
Tater tot casserole.
Oh, we're all in agreement on that. Okay.
Stuffed bread.
My mom makes is pancakes. I love them so much. Give me hugs and kisses before my nighttime.
I actually received this from 3 people, 3 ladies in my life that I love and respect very much. They all had their own way of saying it, but they told me to not sweat the small stuff, that to not try and do everything perfectly, because that's impossible. But as a new mom, I'm going to be learning on a daily basis and to just not sweat the small stuff.
Meatloaf.
By hugging me and snuggling me and telling me I could do hard things.
Because I like how all her cooking tastes.
Bring us to church.
She brings us to church.
I love my mom because she's a really good cook and she is my biggest motivation in life. She inspires me to keep moving on each and every day. And one of the things that I really admire about my mom is her ability to open up her home to strangers. And because of that, growing up as a child in Ghana, I got the chance to live with people from different nationalities. And I'm really grateful for that experience, especially today. And lastly, happy Mother's Day to all UPT mothers.